Hello, everyone. This is Straight Up Green from Hotel California Golf Club in WGT Golf. All right, WGT Golf fans, it's Tuesday. It means it's time for the Path of Brackets. And so I had some bad news and some good news today. Bad news is I woke up with a cold, so if you hear me coughing and sneezing, that's why. Good news is that um, last week when you saw I had that little bad beat at the end of that par five, lost my ball in the water. I'm like, oh, I'm probably going to lose this match in the bracket. Well, I did. I lost that match in the bracket to ConnexCon, and he reached out. Actually, I'm so excited about that. He reached out, and we're going to schedule our 9-hole challenge match for this Thursday. Some other good news I got was that I had a buddy at work a couple buddies at work that own a Discord server, so they set me up a room where I can invite people to play golf and for this challenge. So Lewis, once I get done with ConnexCon, I will be reaching out to you and sending you an invite to the Discord server that I got set up, and we'll have our match, a little 9-hole match. Both of you will be on my YouTube channel, and for ConnexCon, you'll actually be eligible to win a sleeve of balls if you beat me in the 9-hole Path of Brackets 9-hole challenge match. So really exciting. I think this is great. I can't wait for the matches. This is awesome. I really appreciate you guys reaching out to me and being a part of this. But for today, I'm going to start a new bracket, give somebody else a chance to knock me out and win a sleeve of balls. We'll see if that happens this week. Which is, just between us, I've lost the last two. I've been knocked out twice already. That is rare, honestly, very rare. I'm not bragging or anything, but usually I'll make it, if I don't win it outright, I'll make it to the top two or whatnot. There is some stiff competition, though, in these brackets, but it's rare to knock me out 2 weeks in a row. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And we're going to join a 9-hole bracket. And I'll try to get that published out there right away so you guys can be a part of it. All right, so we're going to go to tournaments, brackets, and we're going to pick a 9-hole tierless 50 credit bracket. There's one there. It's only got 1 of 16. We'll pick that one. Details, it starts off on Merion, has Bethpage, Quail Hollow, Wolf Creek. Let's go. All right, good luck, everyone. If you get into this, hopefully you give me a challenge. I mean, I do this because I like competition and love to play the game. Okay, so I was asked to explain a little more as I'm doing this. The drive, if you got the big stick like I do, that bunker really doesn't come into play, so wouldn't worry about that. Just go ahead and get yourself on the fairway, get a good approach. This is Bethpage with 7.9 speed greens. I have 47 yards, I guess, 48 yards to the hole, and a little bit of wind. Now, that's probably about a 6. I would, if it was straight on to my tail, I would take 6 off on a normal shot, 150 out. or even 120 out. But because I'm so close, when I'm within 50 yards of the hole, 50, 55 yards, I only take half of that. So I'm only take 3 yards off. So I'm going to hit this like a 45-yard shot. Now it goes uphill. I don't care. Just the distance of this club will make up for that. For whatever reason, elevation doesn't come into play that much. If it's a lot of elevation, a lot of wind, then I would take it into account. Yeah, let's see. Let's say 48 yards. I hope I don't sneeze. Feels like I'm going to. And I'm saying I won't have to really. When you're up this close, you don't really have to adjust for the wind too much. So let's hit it. So this is 50. What did I say? 45. So this is 45 right there. All right. So it left me about 3 yards short. That's not bad. All right. This putt looks like my break just a little going up the hill to the left. So if I pull it out this way and then I look at it from the other angle, looks like I'm getting a little bit of break here. So I might not give it too much for the other. Kind of split the difference between those two. So 9.3, 2.5 up. Yeah, so you add another foot for every inch of elevation, and then you take the green speed, which is 7.9. You divide that by 9, or is it? Hold on a second. 7.9. Yeah. So you divide 9 by that number, and it'll tell you how much further. So I get 1.13. So I'd hit that about 1.2, 1.3 yards more than 9. Yeah. And so, what did I get for my distance? 67 on 20 meter. So let's try that. So yeah, you basically take 9 being 1 for 1. You take your green speed. You take 9 and divide it by your green speed, right? And that will give you your factor that you take times your distance. So like if I had a 12 speed green, right, I would take 9 divided by 12 and I'd hit 0.75 times, say it was 10 yards, I'd take 0.75 times 10, which would give me 7.5. Yeah, that's how you determine the distance. Green speeds. So I won't talk about that too much for the rest of this, but if you need a refresher, I do have it posted out there on my YouTube page somewhere. So this is going to get over the sand trap. with a 250 club. It's going to move a little bit left to right. Thing is if you get caught up in this bunker rough a lot, and sometimes if you're not careful, you get into this right side bunker. So you got to just be really cautious of those two. I'm not going to hit it quite full. Might be a little long. I didn't get up there. I should hit that full. All right. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Let's go ahead and knock this in. So that's 32. So I could either hit this like a normal shot, or I could punch it. I'm going to hit it like a normal shot. So I'm going to hit about probably about 32 yards. Just give it a little bit of break. For the wind, just a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead. This is 20, 30. That's 25 right there. So 30, I'll hit about 31, just because I like to be closer to the bottom of the hole than over the top of it. Ooh, that left me way short. Oh, you know what? Was I in the rough? Yeah, I might have been in the rough. Wasn't paying attention. Well, now it leaves me a rough putt. 15.4, 1.8. So do the math on your own. I get 97 on my 20 meter bar. And it looks like it's moving quite a bit at the end. Pull it out just a little more. Hit 97. And inside. All right. This is a tricky one. You can get to this with your 3 wood. However, if you don't get all the way up there, it will roll back down the hill. With the side wind, I might actually try my 3 wood with very little backspin on it, because it is uphill and it is longer than 250. And since it's a long way, you have to give it quite a bit more distance away from the hole. Count for that wind. Alright, let's see what happens. Always jerk when I hit a shot. Okay. Well, good news is I ain't down the hill. Bad news is I ain't down the hill. I'm on this side here, and as you can see, it's very nasty putt. It's always better to be, a little bit over this side, right below the hole, but not down the hill. .7, 3.4 down. About a grid and a half out. It's about 87. make it in the hole. It's okay. You can get away with a par on this hole, you're doing good anyway. Merion is not an easy course. If you haven't figured that out by now, you haven't played this game very long. But there's a few courses like Merion in this game that are just killer, especially on fast greens. Merion's a lot worse than fast greens. Play 13-speed greens, Merion, a lot harder. Another one, Oakmont and Olympic Club, I think, are really tough, especially.
That's a huge drive.
The worst putting course is Kiowa, but on Kiowa, at least the approaches and stuff are a little easier to get closer to the hole. All right, I want to be careful here. I don't want to go into the water, so I'm just going to lay up a little bit. Rather have a longer approach shot than being in the water. All right, leaves me about 64. Let's say that's about. If that was 4, I would take like 2 off. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to do something else too. I'm going to, a lot of times when I have these, especially on these hills, and I'm worried about backspin, I put a lot of topspin on it and it'll go further, but it won't roll back as much. Alright, so that kind of stopped right there. Got quite a bit of break on this, actually. 6.3, 1.6. Alright. Just get enough for the break. All right, well, give it a show. There we go. I always like to try to hit it a little bit harder on some of those short downhills, because if you don't give it enough, and it's breaking hard, it'll just roll by the hole. So you get it enough, it'll make it to the cup.
Good ball.
All right, this is just a bear of a hole. Just remember this green slopes severely right to left, and in front of the green, it's kind of like a false front. It all just falls straight back down. Fast greens, it's going to be worse than this, but it's still tough. If I were to calculate this, I would say 194, but I'm going to hit about 3 yards longer. It's about 197. 191. Let's see. I'm going to come out further than I normally would because it's going to roll back down. because it's sloped that way. All right, let's see if how close I get. So hit that right about there. That's a good sign. I got the beats. Getting the beats on this hole is hard to do. That's almost perfect. Right below the hole, heading back up to the stick. Alright. So I'm going to really want to tap this so it gets in the hole. It's breaking kind of hard, as you can see. I don't want to give it too much. It's really tricky. Whew, snuck it in. All right. So it's really kind of unfair. This course has so many tough holes back to back. This one is another tough one, and you got to watch that drive. I've been in this right side rough a bunch of times because it looks like it'll go further than it will. So keep an eye on that. All right, that's 7 up. 21 divided by 3 is 7, and that's probably about 12 mile an hour wind, so I had 6 for that. So that's 13 onto here, and that's 13 is 215, and I think I have to add, and I have a headwind, so I might add some more. I'll probably add 2 or 3 more, so about hit it like it's 218. Which is about 96-97% of a normal 300. Let's see what happens. Doesn't like it. No beats. Okay, I don't know how many times I've been out there, but yeah, not the easiest putt. You guys ever catch me talking about one of these holes and you see something I'm not talking about, or like to share with the world a little secret, feel free to post in the comments. Always, I've learned so much from other people in this game, and to show my appreciation for that, I try to help others out. And, that's how we defeat something so hard, because this game is hard. Alright, 14.1, so I'm getting about maybe 38 on my 50. Wasn't quite enough. If I hit that a little harder, it might have went to the hole. Notice that it'll always break towards the end. But it's a tough hole. And, a lot of people, I play with some of the best people probably in the world at this game, and they'll mess that hole up too. And again, back to back. Oh, tough holes. I don't know how many times I've been in that bunker, and for some reason I've done it a lot lately. All right, so that makes this hole even tougher. So what I'm going to do, this is offer an opportunity to talk about this a little bit though. You notice this isn't a green side bunker, so I'm going to add green side. I wouldn't add this much, but since I am not on the green side, I'm going to add like 22, 24 yards to this. And so I got 56, 58 minus some wind. So 22, I'm going to hit this about 78, 79, and see if I get there. Right, a little bit long. I would have probably been better off if I only added maybe 18. Took about 4 or 5 yards off of that. $23.5, 4.3 down. 4.3. And it's going to be quite a bit of break, I think. So I'm getting about 38 again on that. And it's going to break pretty hard too. All right. Indeed it did. Okay, normally I'd be really upset. I hit a bunch of pars and I'm not real happy about it, but I will say that not a lot of other people are going to do much better. And this course just rips people up, especially newbies. So this is one where you guys just look out for the drive. It says 303 and it's got some wind in your face, you'll out-drive this fairway, so just be careful of that. Lay it up.
Good ball.
This'll, you need to take a couple off of this shot, whatever you calculate. So 56 and so I would hit this probably about 53 maybe. Alright. Alright, so this one, okay, so if I were to calculate it, I'd probably mess up because I would take probably about 10 off for the escalation, which is 231, then take 3 off, that'd be about 228. So in reality it hits about 223. So you have to take more off, 224 maybe. So take instead of 3 off, take about 6 off. So let's do the math on that then. 241 minus 9 is 232 minus 6, 226. So I'm gonna hit this. Yeah, about 220. About 224 or 225. 241. Make sure you give plenty of space. And then pull the flag stick. Okay, that was a little short. I should have probably hit 225 full. Alright, that left me a stinker for last hole, but who knows? I might even put it in. Alright, so I'm on 30-40 rough, so it's going to roll out a little bit more than normal. It comes out less hot. Alright, so that's path brackets. I'm not sure if it showed me where I'm at. I got a 30. It's not bad on Merion. It might pass muster. We'll see. We'll see tomorrow when we get the results. And alright, so ConXCon, we'll be talking to you soon. Lewis, right after I play ConXCon, we'll go ahead and schedule our just a normal 9-hole challenge. And we'll play it in my new room. I think me and ConXCon decided we're going to play on the World Cup server because we're both members of that. And there's no World Cup going on right now, so it's probably pretty dormant. If it looks like there's any trouble getting a room in there, we'll put him on the new server that I got established with some help from friends. Okay, so thanks everybody for watching. We'll catch you tomorrow, and we'll see how I did on this bracket. Have a great day, great evening. It's a great day to be alive. All right, take care.